Hey, what's up peeps? I'm back with another story video. Actually, this isn't necessarily a story video. This is actually kind of an experience, kind of an experience. Yeah, I don't know what you'll call it, but it's basically my YouTube history from when I started all the way up until now. I'm not going to talk about when I first started or how I got into YouTube. There's a video, an entire video on that, how I actually got introduced to the topic and the concept of YouTube and stuff like that. But what I am going to talk about is the process I followed to get to this point here, and all the channels I've gone through and the way things have turned out. I've got I've even got a little list. I've got my little list here. I've got my feet up here, you can see. And we're gonna go through this. Whoops, I locked my door. Maybe that's not a bad thing. Look how much I've had to do in the past 2 days, by the way, just for my work. Everything that's crossed out, everything that's crossed out, everything that's crossed out. And this goes for some pages. This just goes and goes like holy smokes. Anyways, let's get back to the actual topic at hand, which is history of YouTube. It's a lot. There's a lot to talk about in this. That's why it's not a story video. It's not a quick 8 or 10 minute video. It starts where that whole first video basically where I found feuds, blah blah blah, found horror games, blah blah blah, so on and so forth. And I decided I wanted to make my own videos. Then the second thing is that in 2016, finally, it took me a long time to try and rack up the equipment I need. Finally, I did get the equipment I needed in 2016, and I started my first gaming channel, which is the Doodle Star Gaming channel. Link in the description, just if you want to go check it out. Not my best work, but for some reason, some people still enjoy it. I wouldn't, but who cares? If other people do, that's cool. I do have a bunch of other Doodle Star videos as well, so in future when that channel is showing again, I'll edit and post those other videos. But that was my first attempt. My first official YouTube attempt was this Doodle Star Gaming channel, and it didn't do terribly. I got to 1,000 subscribers. I had money coming in from it. Not really. I didn't ever reach that pinnacle where I could actually then withdraw, but it was building up to that. So there was money being generated. Because back in the day, you had to reach a certain threshold before you could withdraw, and I don't know if that's still the case. I have never had a monetized channel again since then. But then I moved. I did that for 2016 was my matric year, so finally I wanted to start in grade 8. Finally I started in grade 12, and then in grade 12 I actually had to just move. I had to, after matric, I was shipped off to New Zealand for a little bit, and while I was there was absolutely no getting any YouTube done, so the channel fell flat. It says here, move to NZ equals stopped. And then 4 is vlogs. So then while I was in New Zealand, I was super unhappy. Life was very, very rough. So I decided, what was I enjoying that was making life bearable? YouTube videos, something like that, something productive that I actually enjoy. So I started making vlogs. I've got a whole bunch of vlogs somewhere on some hard drive somewhere that is about a lot of my time in New Zealand that probably will never get released. I don't know what's going to happen with them, but I do know that I had some channels back then. There were some channels that I made that was like a Doodle Star Daily, which was a vlogs channel, and there was another and another, and I just tried a few things. Obviously not focusing on them, but learning how to do it. Back then was a lot about learning how to vlog and stuff like that. And also all the experience of all the different channels and stuff is always helpful. Then, like I said here, maybe C can't access, because I don't know if I have access to these videos or if I can even get onto those channels. I don't know if I could even find those channels anymore. Maybe we could have a look. I could check it out. And then the next thing is multiple channels. So this is where I then talk about now, where I did multiple channels, vlogs, gaming. I think I tried a couple other things as well, and it never really took off, right? So then I started actually learning. I decided to put it on hold to actually try and do my own thing, and I started learning how to do YouTube and social media and stuff like that. I got myself a course, things like that, right? And that was the start of me actually learning from other sources rather than my own experience. And then in 2022 or 2021, whichever it was, I think it was 2022, I think it was last year, I started the Kyra Star channel, which is my current gaming channel. It is a daily channel, a daily upload channel, so if you want to check it out, again, link in the description. Focused mainly on horror. Back then it wasn't though. Back then it was focused on whatever I wanted to play. I was having a really good time with it. I started by recording videos first, and this is something that I will express in future when I have a bigger audience. I'll express the process that I went through of this YouTube gaming channel, and what did work, what didn't work, and what I would redo if I had the chance, so that people who want to start their own gaming channels will have a little bit more information before they go ahead, because gaming channels are very different. I did a whole bunch of courses on YouTube channels. They all said the same thing. I tried it with a gaming channel and it did not work. I had to learn gaming channel on my own, and that's what I'm currently still doing, and that's why it's so rough. And that's what the Kyrostar gaming channel was for. I started by making content. I then started editing the content, realized I still had a knack for that. Started uploading the content. It started getting views. It started doing really well. I was very happy. I got subscribers. Oh yeah, I also then at that point I also made other Kyrostar channels in anticipation of doing other channels as well. So I had a music channel, a spirits and stuff channel, a vlogs channel. This channel now is kind of those two combined. And I also had a teaching channel, which is where I was thinking about doing drones, although that was really boring, so I never was going to do it. But I had it there in case I wanted to. Then those other channels got deleted because I started using those accounts and those channels to like and follow and all my my gaming channel content, and YouTube and Google obviously picked up that it was the same dude, just using different Gmail accounts, but it had the same email address, which was the issue. They picked up on it and they basically deleted those channels, so you can't access them, but there was nothing on them anyways. And then I started training. So then what happened is the training and the courses and the video content, mostly I had just been learning about other people's experience from YouTube, watching YouTubers talk about growing YouTube and stuff like that. Then I started getting serious with courses and stuff like that. I bought Photoshop course, Instagram course, digital marketing. I have a whole bunch of courses backlogged as well, so I've still got more courses that I'm currently doing and will do in the future, because I want to make this thing happen, right? But what happened was then that I call it the Kyrostar hiatus, because what happened was that the universe saw me wasting a lot of time and money that I could have been spending on things like my gaming channel, and it decided, Josh, we're gonna stop you now. It took away my job, then it took away what money I had, then it took away my laptop broke, then I had a second laptop and it took that away as well. So I had 2 gaming laptops and both of them broke at the exact same time. It was uncanny. The universe literally shut me down. And it took me a while to get back on my feet. I spent some months not even eating properly. Eventually, the universe said, cool, you've learned your lesson, you started healing, you started working again, you started working on yourself, because for that long time, I was just like, what the f***, universe? I'm not gonna try this, I'm not gonna do this. Why am I reading so much? Why am I doing my tools and routines, things like that? And then eventually, I got assistance, and I'll tell a little story about this sometime, another point. It's the time that a medium helped me solve myself, and I got a job within a week of seeing her. So it really worked. She gave me tools and routines, and I got a job. I started getting back on my feet. Then while I was getting on my feet and making sure that the job was set in stone, that I wasn't gonna lose it, I paid zero attention to Kyrostar. So finally, a year later, I start revisiting the Kyrostar channel, making new content, doing all the stuff. If you follow the Kyrostar channel, you'll see when that happened. I made a vlog showcasing the I'm back, and then everything is daily after that. And it became very horror, a lot of amnesia, a lot of in sound mind, and now it's going to be a bunch of other stuff as well. And since then, I realized how difficult it is to take a break and come back. Everyone says, all the courses and stuff and videos that I watched said a break isn't a bad thing, it's not going to do anything to your channel. They lie. It does terrible things to your channel. If you can avoid it at all costs, avoid it at all costs. A month is probably the maximum that I would say to take a break on your channel. And then while I was on a hiatus from the Kyrostar channel, I actually bought courses. I bought courses and I made it a goal to finish these courses. I did 3 YouTube courses. I then redid them, learned as much as I could, planned, strategized, learned what works, what doesn't work. And then I did a bunch of other stuff as well. I'm currently doing an Instagram course to improve that. I also started a Photoshop course, an Adobe Premiere Pro course. You know, everything that could advance me in YouTube, I started doing it. I started working on it properly. Courses, certificates. You know, I have a bunch of certificates. I have a file actually full of certificates that I just keep adding more certificates in. It's pretty cool. Oh yeah, and I was always spiteful or bitter about that hiatus, the fact that the universe shut me down for so long, because my channel was growing. It had started its growth when the universe shut me down. So I was, you know, actually getting amped about what was going on, and then that happened and I was like, well shit dude, now what? Check this plane coming in right next to me. It's pretty cool. You see how planes don't reverse? Everyone thinks planes reverse, but this dude's actually pushing this plane. I mean, everyone thinks planes reverse, but they don't. You have to push them. Anyways, just a fun little fact there for you, if you didn't know that. And then finally, I got back on my feet. I got a job. I made sure the job was set in stone. I worked for approximately, you know, 4 months, I'd say, but 4 months was enough. 3 months was actually my spot where I had settled it. And I said, this is fine, but I worked an extra month just to make sure. I worked very hard then, because working very hard then will set the precipice for the rest of the months to come. And that worked, because within 6 months, I got a huge raise, and it really worked out very nicely for me. And so once I had done that work, I then started working on the Kairos channel, and I know this work that I've done now is going to be the precipice for the work to come later on. So I'm not okay. I mean, I'm not unhappy to do it, even though I'm not seeing results right now. Although I am seeing results now, they're coming in, so it's pretty cool. Then finally, like I said, I got back on my feet. I fixed my laptop. I fixed both my laptops. I started using the one. I started the Kairos channel again. Like I said here, it wasn't working. I followed the courses, not working. So that's why I felt so depleted, was because all the knowledge and all the learning I had done was not working. All the people that did the exact same thing and was 100 times further than where I was once I had done the exact same things was really bumming me out. And that's when I started realizing that gaming channels are very, very specific in how you have to approach them. You can't just do it, you know, this dude did a vlog channel, this dude did a channel about growing YouTube, this dude did a channel about XYZ, and they all did the same things and it worked for them. It doesn't for gaming channels, not usually. It takes a lot longer at least. So it does technically work, but it takes longer to do it. And that's what I figured out the hard way. Finally, I figured it out, and now I'm keep figuring it out. I keep looking, I keep working. I can't use analytics yet. My videos are still not good enough and not getting enough views yet that I can use analytics, but I'm playing with it in my own way. So I'm measuring my own times of release. I'm measuring my own things like that, so that I can kind of develop my own analytics and see what works, what doesn't work. You know, playing with thumbnails, playing with titles, things like that, tags, hashtags as well. Then finally, I started adding to the videos. So initially, all the courses I did said, doesn't matter about quality right now, just upload, because YouTube needs to figure out who you are. People need to figure out who you are. And I realized that with gaming, that doesn't work, because if people don't like a gaming video, firstly, you get very few clicks on a gaming video. Secondly, if people don't like it, they will click away instantly. You have to grab them immediately. I started realizing that. I started changing things on the channel. If you go check out the gaming channel, it's amazing. Check out when I first started from that vlog, the comeback vlog, and how the videos were. There was no titles, there was no end screens, it was just about having the content and putting it up. And then I started changing it. I made a bunch of content and I started reorganizing it. So I started adding titles and thumbnails and episode screens, you know, amnesia, abduction, episode, whatever, and it looks really cool. I then made end screens, started adding cards and tags. I started doing a whole bunch extra, and playing with the description and things like that a lot more. And since then, it started getting a lot more engagement. So I'm really happy about it. Also, I noticed one big thing, which is my pride. The videos I was making just to pump videos, basically, I wasn't proud of them. I was happy with them, but I wasn't proud of them. You know, minimal effort went into them, basically. But these new ones, I'm proud of them. And as soon as I noticed that I started having pride behind my videos, the videos started doing better. So that's a trick there. And then 13, I started having this idea here for a vlogs channel. And I've now made a Kairos Stories channel, but it's not going to be called that. I'm going to probably call it Sloshua Joshua, something like that. or, you know, Joshua's life. I don't know what it's going to be called, but it's this channel here, which I'm now working on this stuff with. I'm making the content so that I can then edit the content in the next month, so I can then have content to upload the next month. So it's a 3-month process. It might be 4 or 5 months, depending how much happens, because there's a lot going on right now. I've also got a music channel, which I've started making content for, and that's it. I've literally just started making a few videos. I have videos from way past where I decided I wanted to record some music videos for that old Cairo Star music channel, which then fell away, and now I want to do a new one. So I'm doing it, but that's going to be an even slower process in the vlogs channel. And then on top of that, I also want so then the current situation is that the gaming channel, the Cairo Star gaming channel, is a daily upload, and it is a daily upload. I'm not going to miss, and it's going to be indefinite. Then I've also got for the future, the near future, or the next step, the next process is to then go into the vlogs channel, have a vlogs channel. The next process after that is then to have the music channel, and then the process after that is to have this very specific gaming channel, which I talked about. I think I actually talked about it in the bird story, so go and check the bird story out. And this is a very interesting channel idea concept, and I'm very excited to work on it and release it. I'll probably start making content for it now already, but I have to juggle it in. I've got a lot going. I've got a social media business with clients starting up. I've got this job is looking to promote me, so I'm working extra hard at that and doing more work and learning more. I've also got this gaming channel, which I'm now doing 1 a day, and I'm working hard on it and trying to engage more and be proud of it, so it's not just a quick pump. I'm also now doing this vlogs channel, 1 a day, film at least, sometimes 2, sometimes 3, and I've got the music channel as well, which is kind of, I film when I have the time. And then on top of that, I'm supposed to have a social life, which I don't really have. I'm supposed to have it, but I don't have it. And I've got a personal life where I have to do things like gym and rewards for all the work I do, and my healing sessions. You know, when I use weed and stuff, a lot of the time it's actually for medicinal purposes, so I have to set times aside like that so that I can do this process. And there's just a lot going on in life, so these things are gonna have to take their time. And I was hoping the Cairo Star gaming channel would kind of grow a lot faster, so that I would have a basis to allow me to have more time, so that I can put more time to this stuff and less time to all the other stuff. But unfortunately, that's not the way the universe wants us to go. So I'm kind of just going with the universe on this and hoping that things work out. And that's that. That's my YouTube history. Yeah. I have also run other people's YouTube channels very minimally, but I have done it just through the years. And now I'm going to be working on other people's social media, so it is going to come up again, other people's YouTube channels. But right now they want me to focus on Instagram, so I'm pushing for Instagram, and I'm also going to use the knowledge I'm gaining from that to help me with my Cairo Star. Cairo Star Instagram is actually the next mini project that I'm setting up, is making it a proper page, and then posting. When I post live, I'm going to post the thumbnail or something like that, or maybe like a funny little video or reel or something like that, you know. And also TikTok. Instagram first, then TikTok, then move on to the other channels. I hope you enjoyed this video. It wasn't as long as I thought it was going to be. Nonetheless, it was still longer than our normal chat sessions, but I hope you enjoyed it. And I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for liking, thanks for subscribing, thanks for leaving a comment. Leave a comment if you've got a YouTube channel. Let's hit each other up and help each other grow, okay? We'll comment, you comment on me, I can comment on you. You like on me, I like on you. And also, check out the other channels, check out the other pages. I'll leave links everywhere, basically. And I'll see you in the next video. Hello my peeps and my homies. I'm making this video end section now so that I can explain to you what's actually happened, because since this video, a lot has changed. I filmed this video with the intention of putting it on a storytime channel. I now have combined the storytime channel and the vlogs channel. They are now one channel out of itself, and that's this channel here. It is still under the Cairo Star brand, but I'm not taking the Cairo Star name. I am Josh. I'm just using Cairo Star as a brand name, almost like a company name, except it's more like it's not even a stage name. It's literally a brand name. Cairo Star, you know, when I have a clothing line, it'll be the Cairo Star clothing line, things like that. I also want to express that yes, I do still have music content. I have now driving content as well. I have chilling content. I have so much content. I literally, while I was learning what content to make and getting comfortable in front of the camera, I literally filmed myself at every point in the day. I film myself in a meditation. I film myself taking a shower. I film myself even using the toilet. I've literally filmed myself in every capacity you can think of, decided what I like, what I don't like, what I'll use, what I won't use. The only issue now is that I'm stuck. I'm stuck because I need assistance. I don't have the time to get everything going. I mean, I barely have the time to run one YouTube channel. I've now handed over control, which is another update. I've handed over control of my gaming channel to someone else so that they can manage that on my account, because I don't have the time to manage 2 channels at once. I'm struggling to manage just this vlogs channel. I've now also started TikTok. That's a third update. TikTok is the big thing that's happening right now. All my videos are getting over 100 views on there, so that's going really well. But that's something that I would like to do more of, that right now is kind of, you know, I'm trying to run this channel, I'm trying to run the TikToks and get that started. I'm trying to improve this channel as well, and I'm just not finding the time. So right now, everything is just going very slowly. It is going, but it's going very slowly. But on top of that, update number 4, I've got a small team together. I've got a small team of editors, and I'm actually treating this as a business. These are employees. They have contracts. They have things like that. I'm also setting up my assets for the business. So for example, this morning I spent $1,600 on a Google Drive or it's actually a Google One plan. So it encompasses like a business model inside Google. And that way I can install everything I need on there. All my content can go on there. If my laptop breaks, because it almost did break again, so if it does break, at least everything will be online. I'll also be able to put all my videos there. Anything that I can't fit onto my hard drive because it's now at capacity, I can put on there. You see what I'm saying? So I'm really investing in this business and this YouTube channel. My gaming channel, I'm handing over to this dude. He knows what he's doing. So I'm just going to watch what he does and reap the rewards. I need the money though, obviously, to pay for that. So I can't be just doing this for everything. If I had my way, I'd be doing it for this channel. I'd be doing it for my editors. My editors would get a way more than what they are currently getting. And same with this dude who knows what he's doing. He would also be getting more than what he's currently getting. But luckily, I'm very lucky that I've got people who have agreed that they'll work for what I can give them now, and they'll grow with me over time. So that's kind of all the updates about YouTube right now. Please stick around because the storytime videos are just getting better and better. I just keep finding more and more ways to make them better. I mean, you saw here, I started using the previous storytime videos, if you don't know, didn't have any music over them. I did the brilliant idea of getting the soundtrack for Subnautica, putting it over as an overlay, audio overlay. It brings life and zest to the video. It also is exactly what I need because it's good music, it's chill music, it's background music, because it's gameplay music. And even beyond that, it is non-copyright music because it is gameplay music. Like, it just fits so well. And I just keep having more and more ideas about what to do. Last night I had an idea about something that we can do in future which will bring people back. And that actually means giving some money out. And I'm not even joking. I have done this in the past, but this way I've thought about it is a little bit different. I'm going to do it in terms of like competitions, but not competitions like, oh, you're the lucky winner. No, competitions like, I'm going to give a task on the channel, and if you can do that task over the channel, then you're going to get some cash. And it's not like the previous where you like 1,000 videos or 100 videos and I'll give you $100. Although I will do that again at some point. Once I've got a little extra money, I will literally be investing that money into this business. Away from my investment accounts and into the business. Not away from them. I'll make sure that I put at least 10% of everything I earn every month will go into my savings and my emergency fund. But I do need to put into the business as well, because that's what I'm treating this as, and that's how we are advancing. So that's that. That's the updates for YouTube. I hope you liked this video. Thanks for liking, subscribing, leave a comment. I will see you in the next video.